Welcome back. This is part 3 of our 7-day challenge. And what we are making tonight is going to be turkey cutlets with potato and onion pierogi. What you're going to need 2 green onions, 3 turkey cutlets, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 eggs at room temperature. You need a total of 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 3 potatoes. We're going to use roughly about 2.5 cups of flour, probably about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of chicken broth, or mix some bouillon with some water, which is what I would have done if I didn't have an open container of this already. Salt and pepper to taste, and some Italian seasoning for those turkey cutlets. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a medium-sized pot and put about 2.5 to 3 quarts of water in it and get that heating up to almost a boil, because when we get these pierogies going, we need to drop them in that hot water to make sure it's guaranteed hot. And we're going to get these potatoes peeled and onions chopped and start those also. Green onions, cut them up just about usual, maybe a little smaller. And then we're going to split them in half and set them to the side, because we're going to use half of the potatoes and half of it's going to go in. We're going to make a little sauce at the end to top those pierogi off with. You got your potatoes peeled and chopped. Go ahead and rinse those off real good and add them to a small saucepan, a little water, and you're going to put about half of your green onions in that pan so it can boil off with the potatoes. Potatoes are done. I want you to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of that butter and that cream cheese. We're going to mix it up. A little salt to taste. Mix it up good and season right. Go ahead and set it in the fridge so we can get this to cool down while we make the dough. Get your 2 cups of flour in a good mixing bowl. Make you a little divot in the center, like a little volcano. That's where we're going to put our eggs. We're going to take the back end of a wooden spatula and we're going to slowly mix those together. Just a little bit. Not the entire thing. We're just going to start until we get like a paste. All right. All right, right about there. We're going to go ahead and add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right. And then our 1/2 cup of room temperature water. And then continue to mix. You'll see it start to thicken up. Slowly start turning into dough. Even you see it still looks a little wet, we're just going to go ahead and add a dusting of flour on it. And we're going to start kneading this. And you're going to add as much flour as you need to until it gets to be less sticky and more silky. All right. Just keep kneading that and working that together. Dusting it with some more flour until you get that real silky texture. And it's not like sticking to you no more. All right, and once you get it to that spot right there, go ahead and cover with some plastic wrap. We're going to let it set for about 10 to 15 minutes. Time to activate that gluten. Go ahead and flour your surface. Hit a little flour on your dough on your rolling pin, get it fired up. We're going to cut that in half. So we're going to take up all of our workspace and put that back in your bowl. And then we're going to roll this out to about 1/8 of an inch thickness. I'm using a plastic cup, good old Dollar Tree, about 3.5 inches across. Go ahead and cut you out your little pierogi sections. potato mix. You get a nice little scoop on here. Probably about, to me, I think it'd probably be about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. Now, once you get on there, go ahead on one side of this, get these edges wet. Just a little water. Go ahead and pull that together. Get up like that. You can put a little divot in it right there to help you fold it. Now it is dough, it is pliable. Go ahead and pinch and roll. Because you want to make sure that is 100% sealed, or it will not make it through the boil. Okay, go ahead and finish them up. The other half of your dough, do the exact same thing. Scraps left over from the first ball and the second one, lightly knead them together. You don't want to work it too much. Drop it down and roll this one out. You're boiling these pierogi, don't take too long, or don't let them sit too long. You want to stir them constantly. You don't want them sticking to the pan or sticking to each other. And don't put too many in at once. Those pierogi will be done. They'll start to boil. I like to give them maybe 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds afterwards to make sure they're fully cooked through, because you can't judge that dough on the thickness. And once you go ahead and get your skillet on a medium-high heat, get it warmed up, and then we're going to add some oil to it and get it to temp. All right, now you got it up to temp. Get that oil in there. We'll get that going. Look. Heat that oil up. And turkey cutlets once your oil's getting hot. Right. And we're going to add some Italian seasoning. Salt and pepper. About 2.5 to 3 minutes per side until they're no longer pink. This should be done. And we're going to flip them. Hopefully you were more successful flipping yours than I was. Alright, once you flip them, we're going to go ahead and put that butter in. To help keep those moist. We've had time to cook that turkey. We're going to go ahead and add those rest of those green onions. That minced garlic. We're going to cook this just until those green onions soften a bit and start smelling real nice. It's real fragrant. All right. Now, if you have any flour left when you're making your dough, go ahead and use that. You know, we don't want to waste nothing. We're going to add that to that skillet. Mix it around until it forms a thick paste. Maybe just a touch more. There we go. Now we're going to add that 1.5 to 2 cups of broth. All right. Now we're going to cook this just until it starts to thicken. As soon as that starts to thicken, go ahead and add back your turkey cutlets. Okay. We're going to cook them in there for another 10 minutes. If it starts boiling, just go ahead and turn that temp down. Let's put it on a medium, like a low medium maybe. When you're all done, go ahead and plate it up. Serve it with a little extra bit of that gravy from that pan. And enjoy. Thanks for stopping by.